thank you for joining us. Congratulations on advancing to the championship once again and on hosting it. Can we get your thoughts heading into Saturday's game against Cincinnati, please?
Absolutely. We're obviously excited about being in this position once again. Our third straight West Division title is something that we take a great deal of pride in. I thought the West Division this year was incredible, probably the best that it's been since I've been here. The path which we had to take to get here, some of the adversity that showed up, showed a great response to our players. And that's the thing that I'm probably most pleased with is just the way that they've worked and prepared throughout this year. We were in a situation we had to win Friday to have a chance to do that. And Cincinnati is an outstanding ball club. We knew that going in, and it would just further validated throughout the game, just the talent and the level of coaching that they have within their program. It sets up another week and a championship game that is going to be a great one for the conference. It's going to be an unbelievable contest, and we're honored to be able to be a part of it. And it's just so great for our city to be able to actually host it. The last two we've had to go on the road, but it's going to be a great showcase. Knowing it's going to be another ABC national broadcast, it's going to be wonderful for all involved.
Thanks, Coach. We'll take questions for Coach Mike Norvell, please. Star 1 on your telephone keypad will put you in the queue, and the operator will introduce you.
And Chris Fanini from The Athletic, please go ahead.
Hey, Mike, how's the dynamic of playing back-to-back weeks? Does it make your game week prep a little bit different because you kind of already have the foundation in place?
It's unique. It's the first time I've ever had the experience of going playing an opponent back-to-back weeks. But I think you have to approach each week as it's separate entity. We learned some things last week. Probably just getting a better sense of matchups and obviously they had a plan of attack as well as we did, and there's going to be some adjustments that are made. There are going to be some things that you take from the experience and try to put your guys in the best position to be successful, offensively, defensively, and special teams. But this will be it's going to be a unique week of preparation, and obviously the thing that stood out to our players and to our coaches is just the quality of the opponent that we have, and we're going to have to be able to adapt and adjust to some of the new things that we see. But even last week with a short week, there's so much time that goes into preparing for an opponent the first time, but to follow it up and playing them again just immediately. There will probably be some carryover in certain things that we do, but you always have to be able to adapt and adjust. Not only in your game plan leading up to it, but also throughout the game to the things that you're going to see.
And obviously you guys won last week, but are there things coming out of that game that you felt you guys will need to improve on?
No, absolutely. There are a lot of things that in the game that our guys did. Our guys did the things that were necessary to win that game, but there were a lot of things that I think we have to improve on if we want to have a chance to be successful. You're here this week. There were some really on third downs. We were defensively. We gave up a couple of big plays in some critical situations. I thought our guys battled throughout. We were able to create some takeaways there in the second half. But I think they completed almost 50% of their third downs, which were able to extend drives. Offensively, we had a late turnover. We had some missed opportunities when we got down in the red zone that we need to put touchdowns on the board against a great team like Cincinnati, where we had to settle for field goals, and we had a couple of missed opportunities there in our conversions on third and fourth downs, and so it's going to be a heck of a matchup. We know that these are two really talented football teams. That's why you see two top 25 teams going at it. With the performance last week and following it up again, it's going to be a fun game to watch and a fun game to coach in.
Well, appreciate the time, Mike. Thanks.
Thanks, Chris.
And we'll go next to Leo Haggerty at It's Sports Magazine.
Good morning, Coach.
Morning, Leo.
Coach, does the AAC need to schedule the last game within the division so this doesn't happen again where you've got back-to-back games?
That's out of my pay grade. But I think the conference goes, and when they're doing their schedule, and there's a lot of factors that go into it. When you look past back over past traditions and geographical rivalries, Cincinnati and Memphis is a series that's gone on for a long time, and I think it's set up well to play late in the season. It's two very talented football teams. It's unique that it worked out that both of us are going to play in back-to-back weeks. And to be honest with you, when I first saw the schedule come out, I knew that had a chance to be the possibility. But at the end of the day, the conference has its process of how it schedules and the time the teams link up to play. But really, I don't have any control over that. So,
Coach, last question, and thank you for your time today. I've been watching football for 50 years, and the last two AAC Championship games with you and UCF are the two greatest football games I've ever seen in a conference championship game. Now, you probably had to age 10 years with that. Are you expecting that same type of run-and-gun game that you've had with UCF from Cincinnati?
Well, I really didn't enjoy those last two championship games very well the way they ended up. But no, it's when you get to the top teams in this conference, it's going to be an exciting game. And Cincinnati this year is, they've been elite. And you look at last week their quarterback was out, and there was a couple things that they had already had the East Division secured, and we saw just how talented they are. And we know that this week is going to be no different. It's going to be a battle for the ages, I'm sure. And our guys they fully understand that. We're excited for the opportunity to represent our division, and it's going to be a fun game, like I said earlier, to be a part of and to be able to work and prepare for. But I expect nothing less than a classic.
Coach, good luck at the Liberty Bowl this weekend.
Thank you, sir.
Moving next to Dan Tortora at wakeupcalldt.com.
Good morning, Coach. How are you?
I'm doing well, Dan. How about yourself?
Doing well. Well, 4 seasons at Memphis, 8-5, 10-3, 8-6, 11-1, first 11-win season in program history. Just what you can say as you get prepared for your third straight representation in the championship game for the conference, just what these 4 years have meant to you, and obviously the fact that you're making history with 3 straight advances to the AAC Championship.
It's been incredible, and I tell you, the progression of our program, the maturity of our team, and just in every aspect, and how we've grown is something that I'm really proud of. And to sit there and think that you get an opportunity to represent the West Division, which I think was one of the best divisions in all of college football. When you look at the quality, the depth, the number of top-notch players and coaches that are in that division, it's an honor to be able to represent it. But to see how our program has grown, and some of the adversity we've had to overcome to get to that point, it's special. And I'm excited about this week. I know our kids are excited about it. We have been to the championship game twice before, and it's been tough that we come up short to an outstanding Central Florida team. And now this week we have an outstanding Cincinnati team to go against. We're excited that we get to play at home, but it's going to take our best effort if we want a chance to find a way to be successful. So it's been a heck of a journey, and these last 4 years, and we're excited about continuing to push and progress this program beyond.
For you in this game to go up against a different look now in Cincinnati, what can you say about what Luke Fickell has done on the other side, and just what you've seen from that program as you built up Memphis? He's been building up Cincinnati on the other side of the conference. Just what your takeaways have been.
No, I think Luke's done an outstanding job in every area. The way that his team competes, they play an outstanding brand of complementary football. There's games that they've won where they've it's had to be 43 to 46. There's games that they've won that's been 17 to 10. They've had blowouts. They've done it in every fashion, and all three phases are explosive. All three phases can control the game. It's an impressive brand of football to watch and have to compete against. And when you go into this week and you look at the success they've had over the last 2 years specifically, this is a tough team to beat. And I think that speaks to the coaches that they have, the culture that's been established, and it's something that we try to do the same thing here on our end within our program, and that's what's going to set up for such an incredible game.
Well, thank you, Coach, and good luck as always.
Thank you, sir.
Take one more for Coach Norvell, please.
And that is from Brian Moss at Tiger Sports Report.
Hey, Coach, you had Sanchez Blake come back last week and had a very productive game. If you could talk about his game and what he means to your defense.
Yeah, Sanchez is one of our best football players, and it was I talked earlier about some of the adversity that we faced, and we lost him early in the SMU game, and to go the last 3 or 4 weeks without him was it was a challenge, and I think Sanchez is one of the better players in this conference. He's a guy that is always active around the ball. The work ethic that he has and the way that he's grown throughout his career, being a sophomore, the impact he has on the game is pretty remarkable. And to see him go out there and play to level what he did, and then to be able to finish the game with the interception there at the end, I'm just really proud for the young man, and excited to see his continued growth.
I appreciate your time.
Thank you, sir.
Coach, thanks so much for your time today, as always, and look forward to joining you in Memphis at the end of this week.
Yes, sir. Thanks so much.